All right, boys, you know who it is. It's Abe Mobley here, a.k.a. the Hooper formerly known as Young Champion.
Most points in a half.
A.k.a. the Independent Variable, a.k.a. King Bling. Here to bring you the Week 4 recap of the OGs and TDs Fantasy Football League. A lot of shit to cover this week. Let's get it.
Game of the week.
The matchup of the week is between the best team in the league, 3/4 Chubb, versus the second best team in the league, Guppies. This was a heated matchup between the two teams, ending in a .02 victory for the Guppies. What a close score, great game, great match. Didn't know what was going to happen there. All it really took was a late game 60-yard touchdown by Mike Evans against the Rams that really put it into question. For the most part, this was over. 3/4 Chubbs could have put in the star running back, Nick Chubb, the number one pick of his team, the best running back in the league in the game, but he decided to get a little bit tricky and put him on the bench, which ended up costing him a victory. Well, next week we'll see what happens with the game of the week, but this was probably one for the books, fellas.
King of the week.
And the king of the week goes to Sanity. His team stepped it up this week. Leonard Fournette came out of nowhere. James Conner woke up. The Chicago defense, beast-ass defense anyway, but they put up a good week as well. Sanity with his 174 points outscored everybody and captured the king of the week.
Donkey of the week.
This week's Donkey of the Week goes to Sour Diesel, a.k.a. Noah's second team. I don't get it. Noah has two teams. Both of them are garbage. At least make a trade amongst both teams. Make one team good and one team shitty. Instead of having two shit-ass teams, it makes it look like you don't know how to fucking collude with yourself, man. This is confusing as hell. God, unbelievable. This team is in disarray as well. Both Chief Diesky and Sour Diesel, probably the bottom two teams in this league. Can't see it really getting any better for either of them.
Play of the week.
All right, boys. This week's play of the week is going to have to be the Pittsburgh Steelers at home plus 3.5 versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I know that my picks of the week haven't really been on fire. I'm 0-4 for the season. It's not really starting off well. But guess what? It's a new month, which means it's a new season. Let's get it. Let's get that Pittsburgh Steeler plus 3.5 money, baby. Put it in the bank. All right, boys. It's your favorite segment of the show. It's the Trouble T Rashometer. We're going to see what Trouble T's doing this week. Not as good as the first week as predicted. The numbers are down. Let's take a look at the chart. As the chart shows, Trouble T Rash, week after week decline. And guess what? Week 4 was no different. Trouble T Rash, back in the trash can again.
Bitch, I live in a fucking trash can.
All right, well, final notes of the week. I don't know about you guys, but I find it pretty hilarious that Aussie Mates is still trying to bid $0 on guys that are on the free agent wire, thinking that he's actually going to get somebody. Bro, don't embarrass yourself. Just wait until the bids are over, then just go pick up the scraps that are left. That's all you have, man. It's week 4, and you don't have an ability to take anybody that might be a viable option as a starter. You basically just get scraps. That's it. You better hope your team stays healthy. If someone gets injured, you're completely fucked. Obviously, you guys all know that I'm a savior for this league. I've been putting implementations of rules into our league to make our league more dynamic, more skillful. One of the first rules that I put into Noah's head was when someone passes the line of gain and gets that first down, that's an extra point because obviously you know that person's a key part of that offense and key part of that team. If he's looked to get that first down for the squad, obviously that's a positive input. Then we're looking at blind bidding. Everyone loves this blind bidding free agency thing. We added that, added a new dynamic to the game, added more skill to the game, which obviously Aussie Mates has no clue how to use. Now Noah's just going off the kilter without my advice, and he started adding a super flex position. Now the free agency pool is diluted. There's nobody in there. If your quarterback gets hurt, you're completely fucked. Instead of having someone that could be a part of your team that could possibly pick up 3/4 of what a starting quarterback would have got you, now you're going to get someone that gets 25% of whatever your starting quarterback would have got you, which basically renders you dead. Not only that, now people are picking up extra quarterbacks for their team. So they're taking up extra bench positions so that they can have a quarterback as a backup or use that quarterback as a flex position. So now this leaves the quarterbacks diluted. You don't really have any quarterbacks to go to on the free agency wire. Free agency wire is completely garbage. And this takes away from the free agent blind bid situation that we were looking to build. So obviously, I'm here to save the day again. You can just call me Negradamus because I know what's going to make us better for the future. But we need to go ahead and shorten these benches. There's no reason that someone should have Melvin Gordon on their bench for 4 or 5 weeks waiting for him to come out to start just to stash him. Put that dude in the free agent wire, man. If he doesn't get picked up because no one wants to waste their spot on the bench, then he's going to be in the free agent pool when he becomes available. It's a bidding war. That's going to make the game better. Come on, Noah, use your head, man. I've been telling you this for years. Our benches are too deep. Limit that bench. Make people make more moves every single week. That's how you add more skill to the game. Now, you may have to raise the budget, maybe from $200 to $400 for the season, or maybe keep it the same so that the value of players will, like you, when you bid $77 on Jalen Samuels and no one else bid anywhere over $10, you're going to overvalue the player. The unknowing, uneducated bidder like No Deski is going to overbid on a backup running back. And that's where the value of knowledge comes into play and makes the difference between a good manager and a poor manager. Very simple. I got you, Noah. Just implement the rules that I tell you to implement, man. It's very simple. If you want to win, if you want to have a good league, just listen to me. Stop going off kilter and put it in what you think is good. You don't know what's good. Judging by what you drafted, you clearly don't know what's good. Judging by how much you bid on Greg Olsen and how much you bid on Jalen Samuels, you don't know what is good. Just saying. All right, till next week, boys.